Salutations, Dufos. This is your fabulous leader, the Queen of Shade, coming at you with another special presentation. I am in love with all of you, all of the people that have agreed to have a conversation with me because you inspire me or I inspire you. And the conversations are just going so well. I'm having them with people from around the world. And I had no idea that the community of social media was so large, but I'm finding out for myself. Having said that, I have someone that you must meet. This young man is very sexy. That's the one word that comes to my mind, but we'll find out. You'll find out why I say that word and what I mean by that. So without further ado, I would like to introduce you to Mr. Joe Ortiz, but you can call him Tarzan.
Hey, everybody. How are you?
Hi, baby. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
You look good.
Thank you.
Yeah. What were you up to today?
Today I got some cleaning done. I got some errands just out the way. You know, it's my day off. So I was just like, oh, perfect timing.
Yeah. So thank you for taking the time to talk to me on this little platform. I appreciate it. Since I sprung it on you so quickly. I think about, what was that, 2-3 days ago? I was like, I want to talk to you.
Literally.
Like, yeah, I do that to everyone. I literally slide in the DMs and just like, I want to talk to you. Like, and most people have obliged. So I'm very grateful. I'm very thankful for you taking your time on your day off, because I know you work so hard.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
with wearing the multiple hats that I do, you know, but it's always a pleasure.
How was your New Year's?
It was great, actually. I brought in the new year making money, obviously. I was booked at some different clubs and stuff like that. So, you know, did my little bar hop and stuff like that, make my money and go home.
Yay. So tell everyone why I said you're sexy. I'll tell them. You're one of your many hats. You are a pole dancer.
Yes.
But so you also dance. I was going to say you also dance too, though.
I used to dance professionally from the age of 7, between the ages of 7 and 18. And then from there, I branched off and I decided to work in the nightlife. And that is where I started my journey with pole fitness and, well, pole dancing as well. And so, yeah, it's just been a long journey, pretty much. You pretty much watched me grow from day one.
But you're so good at it. Like, you know, there are so many, I saw this, like, and now I'm jumping ahead, but there's so many people that want to learn how to do that. I love how you called it pole fitness, because there are so many women that take classes to be able to do that. And, you know, I had no idea that, you know, being into pole fitness, it does a lot for that body. It does, yeah, I see. That's why I'm telling you. It does a lot for that body.
I'm gonna be honest with you. It's the gym that pays me.
Yes.
I don't have a gym membership. I literally am pole dancing for like literally the past 3 months. I haven't even went to the gym.
Well, but you know what's so crazy? Your body is sickening. Like, it is crazy. The abs, the chest.
You know, I do my little one too.
Yes. So tell me how you got into, like, what caused you to make the transition into nightlife and pole fitness and dancing?
Honestly, life hit me. It was just my living situation at the time. I was in my senior year of high school, and my older brother and I were living together and so forth. And he was in college. So it was just a plethora of things just kind of took place. And I was like, well, I need to make sure that we have a roof over our head. And then that's how I kind of got into it. And then before I knew it, it was more than just keeping a roof over my head. It was actually fun. I ended up finding it being very fun and very athletic, and it was actually replaced the gym because I got the same workout. So I was just like, okay, you know, I could hang with this.
Yeah. So you said you were living with your brother. Were you guys like, did you guys like move out from your family home, or what was the cause of that?
Yeah. Well, we were both students. I was in my senior year of high school, and he was a part-time student in college. So my parents had the lease over, you know, the apartment over to us, so that we pretty much sustained the apartment. That
Oh,
was pretty much it.
that's
You
so,
know,
that was genius. Tell me,
mhm.
where are you from?
Originally West Palm Beach, Florida, by way
Mhm,
of Miami, Florida.
mhm.
I've moved around a little bit too, DC, New York, some other places, but I always found myself coming back down to Miami. So,
Yeah,
it's-
Miami's a good place, especially for that kind of dancing, you know,
Mhm.
and the weather and the bodies. And you know what I love about you? I've been following you for years. And what I
like,
love
like
is that,
10, like
yeah,
10 years.
it's like 10 years. But what I love is that you have always maintained such a beautiful spirit and integrity about you. You actually, with as much as you're on social media, posting pole fitness, you're actually very private.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
really am.
Mhm.
Um, a lot of it comes from having that exposure, just how do I let me choose my words properly. Having that exposure, it puts you in a different light. And so certain attention is like, yeah, certain attentions is not necessarily called for.
Yeah.
Some and other things, this is what I do, this is my art form,
Yeah.
here you go. But at the same time, outside of that, don't be don't be in my face. Like I'm pretty much a private person. I'll go home, I work my jobs, work my 9 to 5s, do my hustle, do my this, do my that, and I go home, and that's that. Like I'm not
What's your birth
out.
sign? What's your birth sign?
I'm a Gemini.
That's why.
I'm a Gemini with my rising in Aries and my moon in Scorpio.
Oh my God. You poor child. No, that's okay. I understand. But you know what? That's what I like too, because most people don't understand that when you're a performer of any kind, that it's
Mhm.
just you need off time. I don't look like this when the camera comes off. I snatch my wig off, I snatch my dress off, and
Mhm.
I'm relaxing around my house. I don't live like this all the
Same.
time. Yeah. And
You
people,
got you got to come home and relax.
yeah,
People like I'm around loud music all the time, so
yeah,
quiet like this, like quiet, no music, no nothing,
yeah,
no sound
yeah,
is literally my peace of mind.
yeah,
So yeah, totally
yeah.
understand.
So besides pole fitness and pole dancing, what else do you do?
I'm actually a makeup artist by day.
That's what I
I,
wanted.
I'm a makeup artist by day, currently freelancing with Chanel.
Uh-huh.
And they send me to different locations. They have the beauty scene due to COVID. They have the beauty scene working fragrance. So right now I'm your fragrance specialist. But yes, skincare major since 2013, and been doing makeup since 2013 as well. So
Wow. See, that's amazing. Like that is amazing. I love how my grandmother used to say there are several businesses that will never go out of business.
mhm,
Babies, education, entertainment, and like she would say like clothing and food. Like those are the like five businesses that she would always tell me, you want to make sure you get into one of those because it doesn't matter who's born, it doesn't matter what happens, those five businesses will flourish, will continue to flourish because people will spend their last dime to be entertained, people will spend their last dime to eat, people will spend their last dime, taking care of themselves, beauty and things like that. So
right.
I love the fact that you chose something that it will never go out of style. Like it will never go out
Mhm.
of style. Yeah. So that's so crazy. So when, like you said, you're around a lot of music all the time, for work, so you dance at multiple clubs?
Yes.
Oh,
So I have my primary clubs that I go to. That's Boardwalk and Johnson's. They're both located in Fort Lauderdale.
mhm,
But I do get booked at different venues, such as, there's this club called Manor that I get booked at on Saturdays. But then
mhm,
sometimes, but just in general, I do have a couple clubs that I do go to on a regular basis. And
mhm.
then there's other bars and so forth when they have special events or special occasions that they will actually hire dancers. And so they'll contact me.
Wow. And you've been
Mhm.
doing that since 2013.
2011.
2011. My God.
I've been dancing for 10 years now.
Wow.
So
But it's paying
mm,
off. It's paying
it
off. I
really
mean,
is,
your
you
physique,
know.
the notoriety, people know you now. People are,
Mhm,
they know that when you're on the bill, it's going to be a good time. They're going to be entertained.
exactly.
Yeah,
They're
like
gonna be
that.
interesting. And like, a lot of people, and fortunately to say myself that, a lot of people don't necessarily last this long
Mm-hmm,
um in this sort of lifestyle with the easy access to alcohol and drugs and so forth that
mm-hmm.
comes to play within the environment itself.
Yeah,
A lot of people don't necessarily have that not a lot of people aren't necessarily headstrong about keeping their own sanity and taking care of themselves health wise.
yeah.
So
Do you
it's
see
easy
it?
to get
I'm
it's
sorry.
easy to get absorbed into the nightlife, yes, when you begin and you see how the money flow comes to you and how fast the money it is to make the money and so forth. Um, People start to compromise their own health for the sake of funds, and that's not really the way to go.
Yeah. So you've seen a lot
I've
in
seen a lot.
in
I've
the
lost friends. I've literally lost friends due to drug abuse,
yeah,
violence, various different situations.
yeah.
So yeah, I'm very fortunate to say that thank you 2022. I'm here, and I'm here to stay.
Yeah, that's it's something about our community. Like I
Mm,
definitely understand what you're saying because you get into a business and you know what it offers, you know what can happen, you know how bad it can be, but you also know how good it can be. But unfortunately, you see a lot of the bad before you see any of the good. And
mhm.
I noticed that, being an entertainer myself and I've been in the entertainment industry for 20 years. And it's just like a lot of people that I started with are no longer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that can be difficult. But like you said, I believe that I told myself something that I know you'll be able to attest to. Like I said to myself, like, listen, I'm gonna be the last bitch standing. I'm not gonna fucking lose my job, my life, my sanity for this. In my life, there were a lot of things I could have done, but I didn't compromise for a dollar, you know?
Correct.
Whereas other people will compromise for a dollar. I'm like, no. One of my acquaintances, I interviewed her, and she said the price of freedom is very high. It's very high, and my God, I can only imagine. So when you're like, say, when you're dancing, and is like with the friends and with the dance community, the people, because you pretty much see the same people, you know.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I'm asking, what I want to get to is it like a family situation, or is it just like, no, we know you, I know you, is there camaraderie among the dancers is what I'm asking.
So it really varies amongst locations. I've traveled to different locations and pretty much have gotten like, you're new, you're this, you're that. And
Uh-huh.
then, but when I walk in the room, it's like, I have this aura that I always demand respect. It's my confidence. I don't fold under pressure, for
Yeah.
one. I don't fold under pressure. I'm very cordial with everybody. We're all here to make money. It's the same people out there that everybody's going to be working. Point blank, period. If you have an issue with me, that for me that's a personal problem,
Yeah.
because I don't have no issue. I don't carry grudges, nor do I carry negative energy with me anywhere I go.
Yeah.
Um, Now, as far as my home clubs where I do work at, yes, we're actually pretty much like a family. We do help each other in the sense, like, for instance, pole grip. Pole grip is something that we use to keep our hands dry to prevent us slipping from the pole.
Mm.
And so sometimes if a dancer doesn't have, it's like, here, you're gonna need this. I got off stage, you're on next set. Okay, here. I don't want you to fall. I don't want you to slip. If we see money fall, like, hey, bro, your money fell, like, grab it. Or like if you do, like, for instance, one of the dancers almost like passed out. He was just dehydrated, but all his money was on stage. We kind of take the initiative to grab all the money, put it into like maybe a bucket or something, and give it to him in the back because he had to go run and grab water. So we actually do take care of each other in a way, and we do look out for each other because the image as a whole if it's one bad apple, it kind of makes us all look bad as a staff.
Yeah.
So
I was going to say, what I'm gathering from you is that this is a very difficult business that you're in.
it can be difficult based on location. You know, certain areas are a little bit, certain areas, just like women, female strip clubs and gentlemen clubs and bars, etc. You know, there can always be conflict amongst dancers based on greed. Greed is like the root of all evil.
Yeah.
I like to see everybody make their money. So I'm just like, this is my fun. So if you have an attitude or whatever, that's gonna reflect on the kind of night that you're gonna have.
Yeah.
For me, it's all entertainment. I have a passion for dance and entertainment. So that for me is my art form, you know. So
Yeah.
when I'm around other dancers, it's very, you know, hey, how are you? You know, my name is such and such. And, you know, we kind of go from there. And I'll ask them, like, you know, where's the restrooms? Like, how does everything go? Is there a rotation list? Are there VIP rooms? And how much is the cover at the door? You know, if people ask where I'm at, you know, we kind of cover all the bases and everything. So we're not stepping on each other's toes.
Right. I remember there was a video a couple of years ago that went viral with this one female dancer who slipped from the pole from the top.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember that you knew her. I remember
it was Gina Sky. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that you knew her. And I remember you reaching out and telling everybody like she's okay, you know, send your prayers, you know, love. Yeah, like you guys, that's something. I mean, I haven't been to Florida yet, so I don't really know how large it is what I'm saying. And I'm talking about the gay scene, like how the club scene, like, is that a huge thing in Florida? Like you said, Fort Lauderdale and Miami.
Yeah.
So it's a nightlife is huge.
So Fort Lauderdale is pretty much like, Fort Lauderdale was back in the 80s, like how everybody, like, it's old money pretty much.
Okay.
Like the gay scene from the 80s, your ideal destination was to go to Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
Whereas now the 90s and early 20s and so forth, now it's all about Miami.
Right.
So Miami is the new money, Fort Lauderdale is the old money. Right. So the gay community here is pretty big. And as far as the nightlife is concerned, gay bars, restaurants, different businesses within the LGBT community here is actually pretty big. Also Orlando itself, Central Florida, Orlando and Tampa, they're also pretty big, not as big as South Florida, but they're on, you know, I would say they're pretty neck and neck within brackets of exposure and like nightlife and everything. So it just really depends on where you want to be. If you, the kind of money that I would say, like if somebody was to ask me, hey, do you have connections to here, you know, for me, I'm like, yeah, I can pass you on my resources and put you in contact with the people you need to know in order for you to get booked. And I'm more likely to have a better pool in South Florida than I am in Central Florida, just because the scene here is bigger. Mm-hmm. It's bigger but more connected.
Mm-hmm. You are really all business.
Yeah.
I like that. No, I like that. I like that. You're really all business. Like, what do you do to, like, when you're off? Do you go out when you're off, or because my thing is with you working in the nightlife, when you're off, do you what do you do to relax? Where do you and your friends go?
For me, so the nightlife is not necessarily going out for me, because for me it's work. So I'm more of the maybe go out to eat somewhere or go to the movies or go down to the beach, you know, walk the beach at night. Basically things of that sort. Literally regular things. Regular things will literally be going out for me.
Mm-hmm. That's what people don't understand. When you're in the business of entertainment, you don't use entertainment to entertain yourself. You know, they don't get that. They don't get that part. Job. Like, this is our job. So they ask me, oh, what are you doing? I'm putting on my house robe. I'm getting in my bed and I'm watching Disney on my iPad. Like, that's what I think, you know, like I watch Disney on my iPad and then I try to rest, because, you know, then I have to entertain soon. And, you know, I find that coming from an actual dancer, I haven't really interviewed a lot of dancers just yet, but I find the same general consensus is kind of like when you do it for a living, it's not how you relax. Yeah,
Yeah, it's not.
not how you relax.
And then, but I also tell people that get into the nightlife that it's a stepping stone. So it has a means to an end. You can enjoy going out to the club to relax when you're not doing it as work.
Yeah,
There's a different story.
yeah,
So when you meet that end of your stepping stone, that where you don't have to do it anymore, you have everything else set. Then yeah, you can revisit to actually have a good time, have a drink, or maybe meet some old people that some old people that you used to know from back in the day, type thing.
now when you say stepping stone, are you saying that it's kind of transitional, like you use it for what
Yeah, you
you're
use it. You are stepping stone, meaning that it's designed for you to use it for what you need it, and then to get out. It's
mm,
not for you to. It's not a career. It's not for you to settle down and doing that forever, because your body's not gonna hold up the same way it did 10 years ago. We all age and we all do. Our bodies and our joints, our muscles, everything starts to wither, and so you have to understand that there's going to come a time where you're not going to be able to do that anymore.
right.
So for me, for instance, I was very smart, and when I started, the money I made, I literally used it to buy a car,
Mhm,
got a 9 to 5, and then I started juggling my 9 to 5 with my nightlife
mhm.
and the money, and then that way I was able to save more money, and I put myself through college. Like, it's a stepping stone. And then right now, currently, I'm also working on my own business as far as a cosmetic brand called Glow by Joe Beauty. And so the money I make goes directly to my business to help me get my product line started up. Once my brand starts making the revenues that I needed to sustain my roof over my head and everything, then I won't need dancing. Dancing was right now. That's why I'm teaching other people, doing pole classes and so forth, teaching other people, because there's other people that want to learn and be able to follow the steps that I did, so that way they can get where they want to be in life.
Wow, you're a success story. You're one of the
Hmm.
you're not one of the lucky ones, but you're one of the ones that it actually worked out for. And I bet you, and this is the thing, I can attribute it to your level head and you being a Gemini. Yeah,
Yes.
y'all don't play about your money.
No.
No, you don't play about
Your rising sign is how people perceive you to be. Your moon sign is how you manage your emotions.
mm-hmm,
My rising sign being in Aries, I'm pretty assertive. I know what I want, how I want it done, when I want it done.
mm-hmm,
And my moon sign being a Scorpio,
mm-hmm.
I can be very, I can be, I don't want to use that terminology because it sounds nasty, but I can be very nasty, or very, it's like it needs to be my way because this is the way it's structured.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but unless, of course, I'm also pretty lenient too. I don't have, never have a bad attitude or anything like that. I'm just very structured with the way I like things done.
Mm-hmm.
And and because of that, I can honestly say I've been blessed.
Yeah. See, I can understand and I can respect your personality because for 20 years of my life, I've had to focus, you know.
Mm.
And in the last 6 years, it was six on New Year's Day, I really had to focus. So I stopped hanging out with friends and doing all of that. Everybody doesn't have to do that. But for me, it required my undivided attention because I was before the camera every single day with original content. So I did not have time to be hanging out with nobody to. Hmm. And then this is the thing. The reason why I'm saying this is because you have friends. I've seen them. So, so it's like you have friends.
I can
So,
honestly say I have friends that, and I don't use the word friends very
very
lightly.
often.
Yeah. The people that I call friends, I've literally known for 10 plus years.
Yeah.
The newer people that I've came across, they're mutual friends, and I've taken pictures with them and so forth. So they're mutual friends.
Yeah.
Um, but at the same time, I wouldn't say I have the same level of trust, and I wouldn't have the same level of trust as I would with a family member.
Mm-hmm.
So I use acquaintance quite often.
Yeah.
Yeah, sweetie, if you get pulled over by a cop, I can't cover you, girl. I don't know you like that. And they ask me, I'm telling you, I don't know you.
What you say? Look, this was your choice. This your
This was your
consequences.
choice.
This
You are what you keep around.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. And I keep no one. So I keep no one. My cat is running around somewhere around here. My cat, that's who I keep around. So what you said, like movies and you like going out to eat. What kind of food do you like most?
Oh, okay. So I'm a big fan of seafood, but
yeah,
I love seafood, but I also like Latin dishes, different Caribbean dishes, like Jamaican food, Haitian food. Those are some of my sometimes the ones that I have sometimes. I'm Puerto Rican, so I do cook myself, Latin dishes myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are a mess. And this is why I'm saying a mess in a good way. Like, no, when I say that, I mean in a good way, because like ain't nobody getting around that brain. Ain't nobody getting around that brain. And I like that because, people see you dancing or people see you entertaining and they think, oh, I'm going to get at that person.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, if you think, it doesn't work like that. And I too take pride in that. I've been celibate for 9 years now. So it's like, I've been celibate. I'm not, listen, I'm not, I'm not saying that you have to be celibate. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that you have to be celibate. It's just that it kind of was the same thing. If I'm going to be sexy, I can't be having sex and be like I can't sell, like I'm trying to sell sexy, so I just couldn't concentrate and I couldn't concentrate to keep the guy straight. And no, because I'm not one of those people. I've never had a boyfriend in 39 years. I've never had a boyfriend, and it wasn't by choice. It's just that I was more of a sexual creature. So, I mean, there was one time I thought I would get a boyfriend, but that was in college. And it just proved to not be, the cards didn't align. So and now that I am like, and it's so crazy, you're gonna think I'm crazy, but now that I am where I am now, I like escorts. I haven't done anything yet. I haven't broken my celibacy, but when I do, I want a professional. I want somebody that knows what they're doing, and I want somebody that's not going to impede on my schedule. I can call you when I need you and you know how to leave. Like I'm just weird like that. So you're not the only one.
I understand.
Like it
you
has to be my way.
Schedule.
Yes, it has to be like you said.
Schedule, so you got to be on schedule too.
Yeah. I said this to my friend the other day. I was like, if I see something and I like it and it walks into my studio naked, I will pencil into my book 2-minute break.
So good.
Right? 2-minute break. No, but that's something. That's something. That is something. So tell me more about this line. You put together a line. What's it called again?
Mm-hmm. It's called Glow by Joe Beauty. And I'm starting in skincare and makeup. Mm-hmm. First, I'm starting in makeup, foundation, concealer, powder. Mm-hmm. Complexion is always the hardest. So bear with me. Yes. It's always the hardest.
Yeah.
Most brands, they start out with eyes or lips. Very, very few start out with complexion.
Right.
And it's gonna be an all-inclusive brand because I do have a very high clientele that is of ethnic women.
Yeah.
So with various rich undertones and skin tones. Mm-hmm. So that is my ideal target. Followed by highlighter. Pretty much everything complexion first. I feel like I'm gonna launch eyes and lips last.
Okay. Well, that'll be doing it a little different, because everybody, like you said, they start that with eyes and lips first. You can do eyes and lips last. Do you have you gone to production yet?
I'm not going into production as of yet because the product line is being formulated.
Right.
The foundation, for instance, the manufacturer that I have formulating my foundation, for instance, they said they don't store approximately 50% of the ingredients that it takes to create the formula that I made.
Right.
So they had to outsource it and buy it in bulk.
That is so expensive.
Yes, and so I have the lab fees plus it's the lab fees plus the raw ingredients plus each shade costs. So and the foundation itself is going to be 38 shades.
Yeah.
So that times 30. Yeah,
it's business.
It's
that's business.
There.
Yeah,
It's
up there, but you're going to be just fine. You're going to be just fine. And just to put this out there, do you do Cash App? Do you have Cash App?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I do Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Zelle.
Okay, right here in this segment, I usually ask at the end, but right here, please tell everybody what your Cash App is.
It is Tarzan Entertainment. So Tarzan and then ENT abbreviation.
Okay. What's your Zelle?
Excuse me?
You said Zelle, right?
Oh, yeah. Zelle, that's through my phone number, though. I don't want to put that.
No, don't put that out there. Cash App. Okay. Yeah, Cash. Do you have a link? Do you have like a link tree where it has all your links to it?
No, I need to though.
Yeah, you do, because I put all the links to the people under these videos. You gotta have, I gotta link tree.
So that I'm definitely gonna create one. I just haven't taken the time.
I know you're busy. You're busy. Nightlife is every night. That's every night. I respect that. Yeah, it's literally every night. And you're also dancing because you have a goal in mind. So I would imagine you don't take too many days off.
Literally, Chanel had me booked the entire month of December. I literally had all 3 days. That's it.
Wow.
That was it. I had off the 10th, the 25th, and the 31st. The rest of the month, I was fully booked up with Chanel. Wow. So there's that. Then on top of that schedule, I was dancing, doing doubles. So I wasn't getting home till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, having to still be up at work at 12. So.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. So my time frame was, I was definitely cutting my time frame pretty short, but I'm trying, I got to get there. I'm pushing 30 this year.
Congratulations.
I'm pushing 30 this year in June. I'm super excited. Literally, I don't know. It's a weird feeling just knowing it's 2022.
Yeah.
That 2022 feels like a weird year. Just saying it, tongue twister too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm pushing 30 this year. So I'm like, all right, everything is finally settled in. God has blessed me. I don't have these wrinkles that a lot of my friends get by the age of 25. Oh, thank you, God.
No, you're doing it right. You're doing it right. And that's the thing, literally launching your business and it takes time, but once you've built it, that was the thing. I said this in a lot of my New Year's resolution videos. I worked for social media for 6 years. Now it's 6. It was 5.5 before. Didn't make a single dime. And I was very upset about that. I was like, I have all these products. I have all of these, this merchandise. I have all this music and all of this stuff. And I didn't make a dime. What was it? And then I realized it wasn't me. It was them. It was them. They didn't support me. And I should have realized that they wouldn't because of this. This is an issue in my community. So I'm finding that even with me telling people, oh, I didn't make money, now I'm planning to leave the country and I'm getting booked and things like that. And these people are paying me. And it's just, but I said all that to say that, I said all that to say with business, you have to have a different mindset. You have to have a different mindset. If you don't have a different mindset, it will not be successful.
And it will ruin you.
Yes, it will ruin you. Yeah, you haven't had many injuries either.
Thankfully, I did recover from one.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually Halloween Day. Mm-hmm. Was it Halloween Day? No, the day before Halloween. It was that Saturday. Mm-hmm. I was dancing, and it was at Club Manor. I was booked, And
Okay.
it was so, when I tell you it was so packed, it was so packed. In one room itself, it was more than 2,000 people in
Wow.
one room.
Wow.
And it got to a point where the booming of the music was just like, you could feel it in your chest. And everybody was like almost brushed up against the stage, and the stage was trembling and stuff.
Yeah.
I did a kick and my knee literally popped. Like, it popped in a way that, one, I never felt before. I couldn't stand straight, but I could kneel down and stay down with no problem, but I couldn't stand up straight.
Oh.
So I ended up having to take a few days off. I was literally on bed rest for Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
And up until like the 3rd of November. So I took like three days off,
Yeah.
just bed rest.
Yeah.
I was kept it elevated. I put Epsom salt on a hot
Mhm.
rag, to reduce the inflammation, all of that, the whole nine.
Yeah.
And then when I was able to finally walk, I was even when I was finally able to walk, I was still scared to actually go maybe up and down the stairs.
Yeah.
So, because it was just so fresh, and then I was almost contemplating if I should go get an X-ray,
Mm-hmm.
because that's how the pain was. I literally was limping off the stage, like trying to hold on the railings and everything.
Mm. You see,
Yeah.
that's what people don't understand about the entertainment industry. And that's what I try to get so many of my young mentees to, to realize, because I mentor a lot of young men that want to be models, and want to be dancers, and want to be, all kinds of, even in fitness, that people don't understand about this business is that you have you, and it's your body. It's like I used to tell my grandmother all the time, like I purposely didn't go anywhere for 6 years because I could not afford to be injured. Like I could not afford to be injured because in this business, we work using our bodies. So
Mhm.
if if any injury happens, that could fuck up our money, for lack of a better
For
word.
the long run.
Yeah, for a long time. So I found that I kept myself safe. Even during Corona, I didn't go anywhere. I didn't go anywhere because it was just like, I need to think about me. I need to be into me. I need to keep myself healthy. And I think we all, like we were talking, we all are working for the day that we no longer have to rely just on our bodies. We have, more substantial things. But even in my situation, I have substantial things. I got music, I got this, I got that. Still, people still, it takes a long time. I just want to encourage you with your business. I'm very happy to hear that you have a business mind, because people do not understand, but you would, being a dancer and an entertainer, because the consumer mentality is different from the entrepreneurial mentality. It's,
Exactly.
it's way
Exactly. I don't care about labels.
different.
I really, like, for instance, I don't care about labels.
Right.
The money is gonna come and go.
Yeah.
Just as fast as you make it, it can be just as fast as it leaves.
Yes.
So I don't care about labels. I I don't want to wear, for me, I don't want to wear other people's, I don't want to wear nobody's name.
Yeah.
I don't want to, yeah. I don't want to wear nobody's name. I have my own.
Yes. That's what my grandmother says. My grandmother says it all the time. Make your own, make your own, make your own. Yeah, she's
Exactly. And look at you. You did your
oh,
own.
I did my own. I did. Built a name, but now people are under my name. So it's just like, okay. Yeah, but that's something. So you said you like the movies. What's the latest movie you've seen?
I'm gonna be honest. So I have HBO, and I just been browsing on there.
Mhm.
I saw Kong versus Godzilla.
Mhm.
I saw Mortal Kombat when it came out.
Mhm.
Um, those are like the latest two. Oh, what is that thing called? Squad Game, the Squid Game,
Oh,
whatever.
Squid Games. Yeah, Squid Game.
Yeah, the Squid Game, and then Tenet. Those are like, yeah, Tenet and Squid Game. Those are like probably the latest I've seen.
Okay, so you like kind of action movies.
Yeah, action, race cars,
Yeah.
um, anything. Yeah, anything with action.
Hmm. I've been watching The Incredibles and The Incredibles 2. I've been watching Sword in the Stone. These are all Disney and Pixar. Like I've been doing that kind of stuff. But you know what's so funny? I've never said this, but because my work is so cerebral, I find my relief and relaxation in childlike things. Like I can't watch dramatic movies. It's too much for me because I'm like always working. So I need like with the child movies, like I'll watch like the Disney, like I said, I love Disney.
Mm,
And I'll watch it because there's music and the plot is not too serious.
yeah,
Like it gives me
I know what you mean.
yeah, it gives me time to recalibrate and heal. People don't understand that we give so much to these careers that we have, and that each and every one of us, the ones like you and the ones like me, are dedicated to not having to do this forever.
Yeah,
No
like
doubt.
I was saying, I've been relaxing. I've been relaxing for all this time.
Yeah.
When it's time for me to retire, that's when
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah. You know what?
live.
That's so crazy because I say the same thing. No, because it's like I worked so hard and it's like, and like I said to my grandmother, I was like, I'm not going to do this for much longer. Like I'm going, like I want to be the type of person that does not need to work like that anymore. Like I literally chained myself in this room to this desk for 6 years when I don't want to have to perform. I don't want to have to do that. I'm not, no, that's not relaxation to me. That's not riches. That's not glory. That's not, no. When I'm done this, because that's what a lot of people don't understand. Some people, we get into entertainment because we're entertainers, yes, but you don't want to be doing that for your whole life. You don't want to be doing that for
Not
your,
at all.
no, not at all. Not at all. So
It's supposed to be your piece. Your
yeah,
art form is supposed to be your piece.
yes,
So when you're not doing that, you're living. You're
yeah,
doing what you actually want to do.
yeah,
That's how I do it. When
yeah,
I go to the club, I'm there to have fun, have a good time,
yeah,
but I also do understand it's work. You know, there's a structure the way everything goes at the club, and then boom, boom, boom. I'm done dancing, go home. I
yeah.
don't stay around for the let out. I don't stay around to socialize with people. I don't,
Mhm.
no. Because the same way I'm on schedule there, I got a schedule back at home.
Yes. Yes, yes. I see. I knew you were going to be interesting. You were like, oh, you want to talk to me? Yeah, I want to talk to you. You're interesting because people need to understand. Like, what I hear from you is a man's mentality. It's a man's mentality. I got to provide. You may not have a whole family, but then again, you do. You got to provide for you and yours. Do you have any pets? Do you have any pets?
No, I do not. I
Because you're
did
not
have
home enough. I was going to say, because you're not home enough.
exactly.
Mhm,
My roommate does. My roommate
mhm,
has a dog. It's a pit
mhm,
bull lab mixed
mhm.
breed, and that's enough of a pet for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't own any pets.
Mhm,
Don't want them.
mhm,
If I do get one, I'll probably get a Frenchie.
mhm,
Love that. But I understand that that's also an added bill. It's an added responsibility. And if I get booked out of town to go perform or anything, I'm not. Who's gonna watch my pet? I'm not gonna have my roommate do it. I like to be self
independent.
sufficient as self sufficient as possible.
Mhm,
If I need to be somewhere, I need to get there without having to think about looking over my shoulders and making sure other things are going wrong.
mhm.
That's not me.
Child, you are gonna be a tycoon. You're gonna be a tycoon. You are like it just you just have it. You have it. You have it. You're like the what is that? The precision of the focus is just like
Yeah,
oh my God.
I it's tunnel vision for me.
Yes. How does tunnel vision help? Like, because you're so focused, how does tunnel vision help you when you're interested in dating? Because you already told us that you're not celibate. So when do you fit that?
Yeah.
You ain't gotta go there. Listen, I don't want to know your business, but how do you fit that
Uh-huh.
in? How do you fit that in?
So as far as dating, it does create an insecurity for many people when I help them understand the dynamic of my work life.
Yep.
And so I don't it's not very much success. It creates a lot of insecurity.
Hmm.
Not a lot of people are very confident within themselves and self-sufficient with themselves mentally. Like I feel like there's not enough people that love themselves enough for the both of you.
Yeah.
Like if you don't love yourself enough, then how are you gonna love someone else?
Yeah.
Yeah. And for me, I prefer, when it comes down to dating, I actually prefer dating somebody that I've already known for quite some time on a friend level,
Mm-hmm.
just because that person has had some time to warm up to me on my good days and on my bad days.
Mm-hmm.
And also they've seen the way I carry myself when I'm working and when I'm not working.
Yeah.
So I feel like if I'm freshly moving into something with someone, or just getting to know a fresh face without them really understanding me as a friend or as a person, then they can pretty much presume a lot of anticipated things, I
Mm-hmm.
guess.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of things can be pretty much like expected. What they would expect is not what they're gonna get.
Right.
So yeah, I feel more comfortable dating somebody that I've just known for quite some time.
When I first started 20 years ago, I was a model. And I went to my first class because I went to a little modeling school before I got into the business, because it taught me like the actual book side of modeling. And one thing that I remember walking into the class, and the instructor said, "All of you want to be models?" And we were like, "Yes." And he was like, "Get rid of your significant other right now." He was like, "In this business, they're not going to be able to handle the attention that you get. And B,
Correct.
they're not going to have to compete, and they're going to want you. They're going to want your attention. Like that, you can't do this and have a
Hmm.
significant other." And it's so crazy because that's even in every area of entertainment. Like I ask people all the time, and then I say, "Don't say it." Like I'm like, "Are you seeing something?" But no, but honestly, like you don't really have the luxury of doing that when you
Really
are
don't.
alone, when you're for show. And that's the thing,
Yes.
people don't understand that, like, we are for show. That's what we do.
Yeah.
We don't have time. That's why celibacy was so easy for me, because it was just like, I can't do this anyway. So it was just like, if I can't do this anyway, I'm not gonna. And then, I was getting older. Like I said, I just turned 39. I wanted to make sure that I would at
Okay,
least have.
no.
Yeah, I just turned 30.
This thing look damn good for your age. You look damn
He
good.
looked at me like, "What the?" Yeah, I just turned
Hey,
39. Yeah, I'm
hey,
39.
okay.
I
I'm on
turned
39.
Yes, I turned 39 in September. I'll be 40 this year. Yeah.
Oh gosh. Oh, so you
Yeah.
got 10 years on me. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good girl.
But, but you know what's so funny? I have worked so much that, like, now things are starting to line up. Riches are starting to come in. And I said this to one of my other buddies. I was like, I feel like I'm 20 again, a smart 20, but a 20, because I didn't enjoy my 20s. I didn't enjoy my 20s or my 30s. They were spent grinding, they were spent working toward a bigger goal. And now that everything's in line and everything is built, now it's like, okay, I can have fun, but I still don't want to be too reckless. But yeah, I like now I can, I haven't even figured out. It's so crazy too, because I'm, like I told you, I'm not really a relationship person. Like, I have relationships with my friends and with my family, but I like escorts. I like escorts. That's what I do. So, it's kind of like, what do I say? Like I said, it's kind of like, I like when they have to get to know me, I'll have a list. And then I want their agency, wherever they're from, if they're not freelance, I want their agency to, okay, if they like this, they like this, they like that. It's so brass tack with me. It's not even funny. Like, it's so brass tack with me. It's just like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, but I feel like I'm 20 years old, because now I'm finally starting to realize what fun is, and
Hmm.
what fun does for the psyche and for the heart and for the soul. Like, because I didn't have fun. I was diagnosed at 19, bipolar type 1, PTSD, and acute anxiety, and that was hard.
Well,
Yeah, it really injured my career. And I'll say injured because it didn't take me down, but it injured my modeling career when I went to Paris, because I hadn't had any therapy or learned what it was. Because in the ethnic communities, we don't really just, what's that, child? You better pray about that. You better talk to Jesus. And it's like, no,
yeah.
it's like,
No.
I need to talk to Jesus and a therapist and a psychiatrist. I got all three now. So it's like, Yeah, so I didn't really enjoy, even though I worked like a madman, I didn't enjoy, but I worked like that because people ask me, oh my God, why did you work like that? I worked like that because I wanted to be out by the time I was 40. I wanted to be out. Like I wanted to make sure I could actually enjoy my life. I used to be upset because I used to be upset with the divine. I'd be like, oh my God, I'm almost 40 and I haven't enjoyed my life. But then he's like, oh, well, do you plan to die anytime soon? And I'm like, no. It's like, okay. And then I just thought about it. I'm like, all right, the rest of my life, I'll enjoy my life. I don't like, and that's another thing. I'm not interested in fame. Like I'm so weird. I'm so weird.
Yeah, what I do, the content I put out, the stuff that I do, the videos I make, the appearances I make to these different clubs, I do that for me.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
do that for me. I'm
Yeah.
not doing it for anybody else.
Yeah.
I do it because I genuinely enjoy what I do.
Yeah.
And the way people perceive it is totally different than the outlook on the, is
Yeah.
totally different than my purpose of putting it out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's for me.
Yeah. But I love
I'm
when you're
living for
posting.
me.
Yeah, I'm glad that you're living for you. I'm living for me too. And I love your post. I love your post. Particularly I was supposed to have an interview with Safar. And then he had his only
Oh,
wait, but he had a day off and he fell asleep.
oh
Because
God.
dancing and then the whole and I can't wait to talk to him about being a vet tech. He's a vet tech too.
Yeah.
So yeah, so he loves animals, so do I. So like on the day that he fell asleep and I was like, oh my God. He was like, I'm sorry. But
It's so like him.
yeah, but I gave him a pass. I gave him a pass because you guys work so hard. You guys
Yeah,
work
he
so
he definitely he pulls a lot of double shifts,
mm-hmm,
just like I do.
mm-hmm,
He'll literally go from, well, I know he goes from Swinging Richards, he'll go to Club 840,
mm-hmm.
or or he has another dance gig, but then he's also juggling his day job all in one. So me and him are literally neck and neck, I would
Yeah,
say. I
yeah,
don't that's another thing with all the entertainers out there, regardless how far or how close they are to their goals.
yeah,
I never really look at myself superior to anyone else.
right.
So it's I'm very humble to my greatness,
Yeah.
thankfully. Because I know just as good as I have it, it can just be gone just as quick,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I do.
So
I understand that too. And I'm very humble to my greatness too. I have my friends and they'll call me like, you don't even have any idea what you're doing. And I'm like, honestly, I don't want to know. I just want to keep doing what I'm doing. I don't want the moment it starts to go down because then you automatically start to change. Oh, I'm hot shit. No, I don't want to be hot shit. I just want to keep working. I just want to be a working entertainer. And that's what I am,
Mhm.
a working entertainer who can afford to do things in his life that he wants to do. That's it. So tell me, what are my God, what are your hobbies? Like, what do you like to do for hobbies?
So for hobbies, I enjoy traveling. I like to go to the beach just to
Mhm.
relax at night, part in particular.
You like the
Um,
beach at night. You said that before.
mhm.
What is
I
it
like
about,
going to the beach at night.
what is
Huh?
it about that? What is it about the beach at night?
The beach at night, you have the moon, you have the waves clashing up against the shore.
Mhm.
You literally hear absolutely nothing but waves.
Wow.
And if you just sit back and look at the moon, or you take a little towel, lay a beach towel, and you lay it out,
Yeah.
and you just sit there and look at the stars and look at the moon when you just hear the waves. It's just a very relaxing. It's my zen, I
Yeah.
would say. It's a way for me to just kind of escape everything that I've actually been going through. If I've been having a hard time or a rough time or anything of that sort, that's literally a way for me to relax and just to unload all my thoughts and actually process. It's almost very similar to a meditation,
Mhm.
just to regather your thoughts, process, pretty much reevaluate what you need to do, what needs to be done, how soon they need to be done, and what can you, out of everything that you need to do, what can you get off your to-do list the fastest,
Mhm.
to prepare you to get other things in line.
Yeah.
um I'm over here thinking about, I'm just processing what I'm about to say before I say it, because baby,
I was going
I'm
to
not even
ask you
going.
if you, I was going to ask you if you meditated, because I feel such a calm from you.
Yeah. So cleaning for me is a way of meditation as well.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Because I don't get to be home very often.
mm-hmm.
My you know how your home can become a little bit not dirty because I'd be damned. Um, but definitely unorganized. Like certain things would just be out of place. I'm like, why did I just leave that there? I thought I put it in the bin, but I left it on the sofa. Like, okay, that sort of thing. Just because with a tight schedule, I don't necessarily have the time to really think to do just to kind of keep organizational skills in place. Okay, that needs to go there. I need to run.
Yeah,
Then after that, I got to go over here. And then after that, I'm going home. And then I got to like try to catch up on some rest and get up. And maybe I can toss a load of clothes in the wash. And then
yeah,
when I get home,
yeah,
toss it in the dryer. Yeah, it's
yeah.
a consistent flow like that for me in a way. But today, I'm off work, so I definitely got to get some cleaning done. So uh, I'm more relaxed now that my space is put together.
Yes, and you took the time out of your busy day to talk to me.
I sure did.
Yes, you did, and I thank you. Tell me 3 words that inspire you.
3 words that inspire me. Faith would be one,
Mm-hmm.
because you always have to believe in what you do and believe where you're going.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't truly believe where you're going and where your goal is,
Mm-hmm.
then you can pretty much lose yourself within the reality of not being optimistic.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Another one I would say respect.
Yeah.
Respect goes a very long way, regardless who or what it is. If you give respect, you'll receive it,
Yeah.
and if when you walk in a room, you can demand it
Yeah.
because it's what you give.
Yeah.
Um, and another one I would probably say perseverance.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Good one.
Perseverance, because there's definitely been times that I've been at my lows and with the mindset, I'm not going to do this anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And I find myself, I'm like, okay, definitely have to take a step back so that way I can take 3 steps forward.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. You are amazing. Thank you for talking to me.
thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure. Tell everyone where they can find you on social media until you get a link tree.
Everyone can find me on Instagram. My Instagram is Tarzan_the_pole. My Twitter account, which is the same exact handle. I don't use Facebook quite often, but it's Joe Ortiz.
Mm-hmm.
And for Snapchat is Tarzan786.
Okay. I have to put all of that in the comment section. That's why I looked. I'm like, okay, I got to put all of that in the comment
I'm
section.
gonna go ahead. I'm gonna make a link tree so that way I can just send you the link. And you can
Please do. Please do that now. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, you have heard the vocal stylings of Mr. Joe Ortiz, aka Tarzan. Before I let you go, let me know where the name Tarzan came from.
Tarzan actually came from the people. The people gave me my name when I was dancing. They saw the look and all the pole moves. They were like, "Oh my God, you look like a miniature Tarzan." And these were people that were visiting from South America, that were visiting from that were just visiting from out of town.
Yeah.
And they just started chanting Tarzan, just in the air, like when I got called on stage. Mind you, my nickname is Jay, and that's what the club used to refer me as. And they decided we're just gonna call you Tarzan because everybody's calling you Tarzan in the crowd. So we're definitely gonna go with Tarzan. Right. And so I just took it and ran with it.
Good choice, because I see you on that pole, and Jesus Christ, the things you could do. I'd be like, Lord, swing around that pole. I'm like, oh my God. So yes, please enjoy the rest of your day off.
Thank you. Likewise.
This is going to go up in a second, and I'm going to get all of those. I'm going to need you to send me the link tree. So
I
create a
will.
link tree. Okay, say goodbye to the people.
I'll see you guys later. You guys have a good one. Happy New Year. Stay safe, stay focused, stay blessed, and stay beautiful.
Stay right there.